Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is episode 25 of our Let's Play Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We have just talked to the Queen, and getting ready to head back out onto the big map. We're going to go ahead and head out that way. Oh, we are all fatigued. Well, in that case, let's head back to the commander's tent. We can take a rest, and not everybody will be fatigued. That's never a good thing to be fatigued marching out in the world.
By the way, did you know that the amount of money in an individual's possession is directly proportional to the weight of the secrets that individual is hiding?
And did you know that the length of an individual's tongue is inversely proportional to the length of their life?
Interesting conversations my party has. Some chests are locked, some are trapped, some are not even chests at all. All right, let's take a look at our armies. So this army, let's go to here. Man, this is not where. Big map. Oh, now I'm trying to remember how to. Oh, this eye here. That's right. Sign a general. I wonder how we buy more guys for our army. Let's try let's try something. Let's head back to camp here. And these generals still cost far more little guys than I've got. They're 3,000 points each, or 6,000 points. We only have 2,500. Crusader Army 3. Let's look at these demon armies here. 30, 10, and 3. We've got a good-sized army there. Bunch of flies. 1,000 finance points. What do we get out of this? Clear the road to the river crossing. Ours must be this fort. We got to clear out the fort. 1,000 experience points for this little bitty army. These are kind of small armies. I think our Crusader army can take these guys. You can use a character's portrait to select a target for a spell. Oh, General's actions. Once per turn before the action of any allied unit, a general can use an ability or a spell. The abilities of generals in the fighter and ranger class have a limited number of uses per battle. The spells of a wizard do not have this restriction, but their uses require spending the general's energy. Each day, generals restore 10% of their maximum energy. Weakening trap. So the archers have a weakening trap ability, it looks like. Activating unit and inflicts a penalty. Okay, where's the, or is that the general? Okay, this must be the general. Smite evil. Yay! Let's delay. Ow. Move, cat. We did it. Didn't lose anybody. 375 XPs for our general. job, General. Recruiting units. This new victory has brought you more finance points, which you can use to bolster your army. To recruit new units, click on the Recruit button on the panel on the left at the bottom of the screen. To recruit units, click the Recruit button on the panel on the left at the bottom of the screen. Oh, the main screen, okay. Recruited units will appear in Canobris. At the beginning of each week, new units become available for recruitment. Crusaders stumbled upon a group of ragged and exhausted scouts. They had set out on a patrol mission deep into the World Wound, but then when Canobris was attacked, they found themselves cut off and surrounded by demons. Surviving in such hostile conditions was not easy, but the scout spirits remained high, and they readily joined the commander's forces. Oh, we got a nether army. Nice. Having defeated the enemy, the Crusaders scattered across the battlefield in search of trophies. The officers kept an eye on the process to see that all valuable trophies go to the treasury and do not end up in the pockets of unlucky soldiers. 750 finance points. That's a fort. Okay, so we just caught the unit on the way to the fort, not the actual fort itself. Well, what do we got here? "25 cultists, 25 melee cultists, and 20 cultist fighters." Those guys will be tough. Cultist fighters are pretty tough compared to regular cultists. No ranged guys. All right. Let's go ahead and capture this fort. Oh, they've got a general. That sucks. Well, that sucked. Ow. Quit doing that. Ow, quit doing that. All right. Cultists need to die. Those cultists are pretty bad. They're pretty nasty. There we go. Lost some paladins. So we lost 5 archers, 4 paladins, but units replenished is 4 and 2. Squad of Crusaders was caught in a sudden storm from the west. It lasted only a couple of minutes, but the unnatural lightning made up of electricity, flames, acid, and ice left several soldiers dead. The ease with which the forces of nature brutally claimed the lives of their comrades has demoralized the Crusaders. Camp relocation. Your military camp has moved to a different location. As you progress through the story, completing one stage of the crusade after another, your camp will occasionally relocate along the road, ever closer to Dresden. So that means our camp is now here. Yep, where that fort we just took. The approach to Villareth Ford, which straddles the West Sealand crossing and is of strategic importance, has been taken. The cultists are destroyed, and the commander's army is able to operate on both sides of the river. All right, so we're down a couple archers. Let's look at a recruit. We can recruit some footy dudes and some archer dudes. Man, we need a lot of stuff. So let's recruit the archer dudes. We want them all. And we want all of these dudes as well. At 11,000 bucks, let's spend $5,000. Oh. Evidently they got no movement points. Let's look at this Crusader army. Oh, there's another demon army here. Demon fortification there. Looks like gargoyles. Yep, it is gargoyles. Oh my goodness. Rangers. Okay. Move you back this way. And then we want this ranger. No. These rangers, we're going to hook them up with this army here. Now that army is a little tougher. All right, these guys have some movement points left, but we're going to let them rest. I don't know if that does anything or not. It's in this demon army. So this demon army's got some archers and some footmen. We're going to let these guys rest here. And then we'll come take out this army. This army is concerting with 50 gargoyles. That's going to be tough army to deal with. I have a feeling that we're going to need a really good army for that. All right, back to the party. Gonna head to the Houndheart campsite. Oh, random encounter. Day 25, month, Arodus, year 4715. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Galorian, so common that we use the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all that the world wound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly travels feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and her army walk up the high banks of the West Selen River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over the sharp edges and sickening bends. Wow, reading is hard today. The shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the shoulders' heads, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon his back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mendev is standing and watching the new commander closely. The commander gives a signal to wait and climbs to the highest point of the bank. There, he decides to address his soldiers and boost their morale. Establishing rapport with his troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose faith and authority. Addressing the army on the border of the world wound, the commander seeks to establish himself as a military leader on this new battleground. And his efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Someone in the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers warily, blah. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds. It's like the world wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out the harrowing tornadoes one after another. The tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldier's head. The power of the elements on one side of the scales, the soldier's faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army's only losses are a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off into the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. Their first encounter with the world wound has ended in their favor. 24 experience and change of morale plus 10. Current morale is 4. Yay! All right, let's go to the campsite. We've got Sela with us. It's time to decide at last what to do about the world wound. Alright, how big is this map? Not terribly big.
Let us be off.
Padded armor, we don't need to pick that up. We're finally here. Elan and Curl must be around here somewhere. And Janna too, if they gave her permission to leave. Ah, there they are. Greetings, Sela, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Sir Elan puts his hand behind his back and bows slightly. Then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day you met at the Defender's Heart. Janna puts her hand on her hips. She looks even more dashing than usual. Elan is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple of nobodies like us, but now you've turned into the saviors of Canaveras, knights of the Fifth Crusade, marked by Iramede's blessing. And you still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Ha ha! Sela frowns a little. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I'm the same Sela, your friend from the League of the Cart, and we came here to help you look for Elan's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. All right, my friends, since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. Is there something wrong, Elan? Am I making you nervous? The young knight is obviously embarrassed. I apologize. Janna is right. Much has changed since we met in Canaveras. Some things for the better, some not at all. He stopped short, apparently unwilling to elaborate. What does the ring look like, and where should we look for it? The last time I saw the ring, it was with my things in my traveling chest. Now that camp is in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. You can't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jeweler, he's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. A trinket worth several months' pay, Elan. The rules on the surface are insane. You should give your girl fried rats like we do. You'd save yourself a lot of trouble. Fried rats. All right, off we go. Jan and I will look to the north side. We'll see you when we find something or when we give up. Seems a little suspicious to me.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Deers. What was that note-looking thing? Unfinished letter. My lady, Canaveras is under siege by demons. They forced their way into the city and perpetrated a massacre, paying no heed to the wardstone. Terendelev is dead. The city's defenders perish, and our fortifications are falling one by one. Send reinforcements as soon as possible, or within days we'll be... The unfinished letter is drenched in the writer's blood. Yeah, something seems amiss here. Just could be my standard,
Let's move!
RPG person paranoia.
I found, something.
Loot. Regular flail, we don't need to pick that up. Whoops, nope, come back. Come on, give me the gold. It's only one, but I want it.
Follow me.
A success worthy of praise.
Torn Flag of the Hound Hearts, a small but noble order of crusaders. You want to finish up this way and then come back? Or those are the deer. Ah, long way around. Regular glaive. Melted shard of a ring. All collectible stuff.
March on.
Just a regular shield. A closet. A small closet demon emerges from the chest. It looks at you hungrily, or angrily, not happy, screwing up its ugly little face. It is holding a shiny object in its paw, a sparkling silver ring with a large blue-green jewel. It's mine! Mine! Ellen, look! Look at that creepy thing. What's it holding? I've seen one of those before. These small demons like to tease and bully, but it'll bolt if it senses any real threat. Let's surround it and attack together before it can figure out what's happening. Mine! The closet throws its paws in the air and splashes you with beams of color. You hear insolent giggling. The demon is jumping up and down, throwing the ring in the air and chanting, "Mine! Mine!" Ellen! Jenna! Sheila glances at her friends and turns to you. They're right. They're all right. They'll come around soon. Quickly, Joseph Starfyre. Let's catch the little rascal before it runs off with the ring. Quickly, follow that wretch. He can't have gotten too far. There he is. Mine! The ring is mine! You can't catch me, silly weak half-orc. Where did he go? Over here?
Onwards.
Nope. He didn't come over here. The ground is trampled, and there were signs of battle everywhere. The Hound Hearts were clearly attacked by demons here. Come and get me, you're too slow. It's fun to play. The tent has been cut open from the inside. The knights apparently left in a hurry. Hat of Heartening Song. Never the wearer of this hat uses any song. That's a bardy thing. We'll collect it anyways. This tent is different from the rest. There's a strong burnt smell from it and a rustling sound coming from within.
Can we retreat already?
And then he cast Fireball.
Cover me, all right?
Begone, fiend! You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Search for the beauty with your heart.
not your eyes.
Regular longswords.
Shellen guides me.
Shellen, okay. I always called it Shalane.
Pretty good, aren't I?
That ring, you scoundrel. Before Elan manages to get the closet, the halfling Curl appears right next to you, quite out of nowhere. He snatches the ring from the demon's paws. You mustn't get it! Curl, what are you? Thrusting herself between Elan and Curl, Sela barely manages to absorb the blow aimed at the halfling. Elan, stop! Have you gone mad? He's using a summon spell. Why did you stop? Some lovely prey has just stepped into my trap. No, Elan. Sela, help! Get ready, we're on our own now.
The light take you!
Nice hit, blue. Ow! Alright, splash damage. Good to know that sucks.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Again, stuck without,
Forwards!
Fall!
You won't survive me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
alright, blue hold off. Blue's got beat up already.
Distract them from me!
I gotta do something different there. That's not doing anything.
We won't falter!
I will bring down the divine wrath!
Endure this!
Into the fray!
Elan, what are you doing? You nearly cut down Curl. Without a second thought, without a trial, without even knowing if he was responsible for all of this. He might be a victim himself. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the one who knew where we were going. He knew we thought there wouldn't be anyone at the camp besides small harmless demons, so he set a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if his demon masters had him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing in the redemption of scoundrels, Elan scoffs. We barely know anything about what happened. Curl is a good lad. He's not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with demonic magic. And now we'll never know because you let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. Elan, think. Sela was defending someone she thought was her friend, and she stopped you from doing something you might regret. I don't need a shepherd to light my path and save me from regrets. Can you say the same, Sela? Or you, Commander? You clearly have something to say. Go ahead, spit it out. Sela, I didn't want to say this, but I think of you as my friend, so I'm going to warn you. After what happened at the Grey Garrison, you're in serious danger, and maybe not just you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders, but there's wisdom in them that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from private to an officer. A knight begins as a squire. Even Iomedes' paladins gain their abilities gradually. But not with you and the commander. You were granted incredible powers, far surpassing seasoned paladins with experience and skill far beyond your years. You received these gifts just the right moment and saved a lot of lives across Mendev. That's a great deed, and you'll be remembered for ages to come. But what happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepping everything: training, experience, hardship. This is not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly, and how much good has this brought Mendev? I'm frightened by what I see, especially by the way that you, Sela, trust people so easily and leap into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should have driven your blade home, just like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. Elan pauses, as if reluctant to continue. Then he looks you in the eye. I wanted to tell you the same thing, Commander. You're right to an extent, Elan, but I didn't choose my lot. I'm just trying to fulfill my duty as best I can. The knight lowers his head. I apologize for my harsh words. I said it to Sela, and I'll say it again. This wasn't a reproach, but a warning. The power you've been given, it may be your undoing, and the undoing of all the Crusaders along with you. Don't be afraid of what's new and unknown. We just need to bear in mind our responsibilities. Whatever was given to us, we can use it for good. In any case, forgive me for wasting your time and subjecting you to danger here. Now at least we know that Curl is a traitor and Janna is a coward ready to abandon her friends when the going gets rough. I hope we'll all learn a lesson from these mistakes. As for that blasted ring, to hell with it. Kiana won't love me solely for the gifts I bring her. Elan makes no attempt to conceal his disappointment. Nodding goodbye, he lowers his head and walks away. Sela watches as he leaves. Her expressive eyes are filled with sadness. Everything's become very complicated all of a sudden. Please, Joseph Starfyre, let's go back. And I'd like to talk to you about it later. I have a lot to think about. Alright, so we need to talk to Sela later. Let's loot. There's a demonic heart. A pair of regular old long spears. Another long spear. Regular old punching dagger. We got something over here.
You ask me. This is my kind of work.
Oh, let's do
Let me
quick
help.
burst of healing.
What's that there?
Magical heavy shield. Ooh, and some healing potions. Always good to get the healing potions. Divine Protector. +2 mithril shield gives the wielder DR5 against, or except against magic. +2. Nice. Let's give that to Sela, who's carrying a regular old shield. Nice, 27 AC. Nice upgrade for Sela.
Let us be off.
All right, that's that. Now let's see if we can get our way back up. We can. Yay! All right. Time to head out. Mistering. Whoops. That's what I meant to hit. Must be one of our armies. Characters are fatigued. It's like to begin resting, except ooh, the abyssal corruption. We don't want that to be too high. Night watch, camouflage, protective rituals. Begin resting.
Keep 'em peeled, Paladin. Round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. No trick, no magic, just nimble fingers. Watch closely now. We don't want no hard feelings later. 1, 2, one more time, and hey, presto! Well, which cup is the pea under?
Seriously? Out of everybody in the party, you picked me? I learned the cups and balls trick before I could talk, you little punk. Now sit down and let Sister Sela show you how it's done.
Failed to weaken the impact of corruption. Looks like we didn't get our thighs, our seasoned wings and thighs either. Wow. Well, we did lower the chance of being attacked. I guess that's something. Let's go explore this way. Nightingale Grove. Counter on the road. Stop blaming your own incompetence on cosmic forces. The side of good isn't weak, it's you. Through the mist, you spot a flickering flame of a campfire. 3 figures wrapped in crusader cloaks are huddled next to it. A stout, smiling dwarf, a brash, dark-haired halfling, and a delicate-looking woman who appears to be very young. The crackling campfire is driving away the bleak fog and promising warmth and rest for tired legs. Noticing you, the halfling's hand jerks towards a weapon, then he relaxes. Hey, it's the commander himself. Don't just stand there. Have a seat by the fire. It's a bit damp today. You might as well dry off at least. In an amicable gesture, he passes a large mug that smells of freshly brewed tea. Let's look around, make sure that this place is safe. Failed. It looks like these 3 have chosen their campsite wisely. You see no tracks and no sign of demons. Perfectly safe and relaxed. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's quiet here, all right. as the grave. I don't know why, but I don't like the feel of this place. It makes my scales stand on end. Who are you? Failed again, dang it. Frontline scouting part. Our senior sent us ahead to look for ambushes. We've been walking all day, so we're making a bivouac. Go ahead, make yourself some tea. It's an honor for us to be sharing the campfire with the commander. The dusty boots, patched clothes, and mess kits lying next to the campfire all mark these three as seasoned scouts. A broad smile blossoms on Sela's face. I never thought we'd run into such jovial company out here. I don't suppose you guys have anything stronger than tea in your canteens? Catching the halfling's conspiratorial look, she smiles even brighter. Rubbing his hands excitedly, Wolfjiff casts a hopeful look at the mug of tea, then at you. Chief, just so you know, walking away from campfires where folks are given free food is a sin in the eyes of the gods. What are your names? Proudly lifting his chin, which bears a white scar, the halfling says, I'm Sergeant Velm, the leader of this gang of daredevils. You can tell Velm's appearance that he's a fighter. He sports a nose that's been broken more than once, well-fitted gear, a gusty spark in the eyes, and all the hallmarks of a feisty, courageous warrior. The dwarf grunts and grins. Why would you call our heroic squad a gang, Velm? I'm Tran, foot soldier, cook, quartermaster, and the mother hen of this lot. And the one who sets up the tent for Asti, given that she doesn't even have the muscle to drive a stake into the ground. With a smirk, Tran glances at the woman, who immediately turns red in the face. The sweet and terribly young cleric opens her mouth to say something, but shuts it immediately and blushes even more. Finally, she mutters sheepishly, I'm Ansi, at your service, Commander. Aren't you scared, camped out here in enemy territory? The dwarf gives you a disapproving sidelong glance. You wound me, Commander. I've walked many roads. I know a good spot for a camp when I see one. Even if the whole column of cultists marched by, they wouldn't be checking this place. In the meantime, we would watch quietly and count every last one of them. Thoroughly embarrassed, Asti adopts a serious tone for a moment in Tran's direction. You and your boasting. Her two commanders greet her remark with a burst of laughter. Well, sit by the campfire. Since you're offering... You bet we're offering. The halfling moves with such deftness you barely notice the warm mug of tea that appears in your hands. The tea's fragrance is gorgeous. Yeah. Chance we're going to make a lower 24 check. Failed every other check this encounter. Failed it! I can tell the commander knows more about cooking than some. Tran leans over and sighs highly. It's cat's holly. I bought it from a merchant in Absalom. Worth every coin. Thoughts, eh? Druids are not always particularly imaginative when it comes to naming plants. Frog's grass, bear's moss, tiger sindu. Looks like there's a cat's holly as well. Take a sip of the enchanting tea. From the very first sip, you feel sweet warmth spread through your body. The drink drives away the chill in your bones. Blessed silence, which every soldier knows is treasure, settles in on your mind. Asti shudders. Her gaze drifts away. Commander, if you don't mind, I could heal your wounds and maybe cast a fortifying spell? Asti, then, when speaking to the commander, remember to breathe. You'll choke at this rate. You three really seem to have a pretty good banter. Oh, come on, let's pass something here. There we go. Asti, her face a red deep shoots Tran a furious look and flashes him a surprisingly nasty expression. For a moment, her mouth appears as though it's filled with sharp teeth, and her blushing skin is nothing more than a layer of powder caked over lifeless gray skin underneath. But you blink, and the illusion is gone. You said it, Commander. I'd like to see the Joker who put it in Tran's head that he could woo ladies like that. The fairer sex just love men with a good sense of humor, don't they, Tran? Velm's comments make Tran blush. I don't know if it's attacking. I'm just gonna say I'm afraid I have no time to spare. You attempt to stand, but your legs give out from exhaustion. Your whole body protests against the mere thought of going anywhere. This sudden weakness you feel is very suspicious. The sickly sweet scent coming from your mug in your hands leads you to think you've been drugged. Come now, Commander. Where's the sense of going ahead of the scouts? What if you walk right into enemy lines? You'll lose your head for nothing, and the army won't last long without you. Get a night's rest with us, and set out first thing in the morning. Draw your weapon. Something's not right here. Attack! Smirking brazenly, the halfling licks his lips with surprisingly long, pustule-covered red tongue. Ha! Would you look at that? He didn't buy it. Enough of this masquerade, then, everybody. No more games! Poisonous foam bubbles in your stomach, and retching painfully, you vomit up the vile liquid you've ingested. The figures by the fire ripple in transformation. 3 gray-haired, dark-skinned elves watch you with mocking sneers. Through twisted grimacing faces look demonic. From the haze, more previously unseen shadows materialize. They are all just as loathsome and unsettling. The campfire emits a sickly sweet, intoxicating smell. And in that squat kettle, you see slimy mushrooms swimming in a disgusting, boiling slurry. Who are you? The one who is pretending to be the halfling Velm makes a face, mimicking you in an obnoxious voice. Who are you? We are servants of Lord Descari, and you are the pitiful insect caught in our web. The elf who is masquerading as the cleric Ansi gives you a lecherous smile, enthusiastically drawing her tongue along the blade of a dagger. Did you like sweet little Ansi? Asti? Did you want to play with her in your tent? You monsters! Sela looks at those who appeared to be trusted allies a moment ago with open disgust. How did I not see you for what you are right from the start? Dumb paladin. You really think your ability to sense evil can't be fooled? Lady Anemoria taught us long ago how to trick the likes of you. What was the point of this charade? Lady Anemoria desires your head and will gladly deliver it. The elf, whose voice of Tran was so convincing, lets out a repulsive snicker. You think I'm at your mercy? We'll see who the real prey is. I love it when the prey tries to fight back.
We will be victorious!
Curse of weakness. -6 penalty to strength and dexterity. That's not good. Wooljiff.
Time to share your treasures!
Oh, you missed, Wooljiff.
Make every strike count.
Whoa!
Ow. Ow. I'm beating the snot out of me.
Light
Take you!
Strike with all your might!
Didn't do anything to him. Did some damage to him.
Cover me, all right?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I'm wounded! Can it be the end?
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Why not one of them? Criminy.
You won't survive me.
Horrible dice rolls here.
I won't give up. Can it be the end?
Ow!
Into the fray!
Come on! What the bloody heck, actual? Ugh, we're not hitting anything. Oh, mad immune to magic missile. That would have been good to know. Damn it.
Distract them from me.
Endure this!
I dedicate my body to science.
It's all your fault.
Did I mess up again?
Make every strike count.
I dedicate my body to science.
Yes.
No! God damn it.
Time to share your treasures.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The light take you!
We can do it!
Some horrible rolls going on here.
Mind over muscle.
Cover me, all right?
You won't survive me.
The inheritor, guide my blade!
Oh my goodness.
Forward!
That was a horrible fight. All right, that one went over our normal limit. So we're going to call it here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. With all that, until next time, I've been Sir Joseph. You guys have been awesome. Do me a favor. Stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you next time.